Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Monday. We've got 10 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in here. Lighter slate today as we start out the week, starting with the Houston Astros versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at -125. Houston plus 105 with the over-under at 9. Houston coming into this matchup 46-38. The Rangers 50-34. Pitching for the Astros is Christian Javier with an ERA of 3.72. Pitching for the Rangers is Martin Perez with an ERA of 4.28. Javier, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 1 strikeout. Perez, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Houston coming off a 5-3 win. They've won 2 out of the last 3 games against the Rangers so far in this series. They're playing well, and 6-1 on the road against the Rangers here. 11-5 straight up against the Rangers, and Javier's been good on the mound, coming off 2 rough starts on the mound, but he's still 7-1 this season, been very good. Perez has been very good as well, but I still think the Astros are a good underdog, and I'll take Houston plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Chicago Cubs versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Cubs opening up as road favorites at -110. The Brewers plus 100 with the over-under at 9. Cubs coming into this matchup 38-44. The Brewers 45-39. Pitching for the Cubs is Drew Smyly with an ERA of 4.17. Pitching for the Brewers is Julio Teheran with an ERA of 2.85. Smyly, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Teheran, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Cubs coming off back-to-back Cleveland losses here. Brewers coming off back-to-back Pirate wins. Cubs are just 1-4 against the Brewers right now. A pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers coming off a very bad start on the mound here, and I think I'm going to take the Brewers plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Washington Nationals. Reds opening up as road favorites at -120. Washington plus 100 with the over-under at 10.5. Reds coming into this matchup 45-39. Washington 34-49. Pitching for the Reds is Luke Weaver with an ERA of 6.96. Pitching for the Nationals is Jake Irvin with an ERA of 4.72. Weaver, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Irvin, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Reds coming off a Padres win yesterday, 4-1 in their last 5. Washington also 4-1 in their last 5, coming off a Philly win. Reds 10-1 on the road. They're playing very good road baseball here. Weaver hasn't been the best on the mound, but I just like the Reds in this matchup here, and I'm going to roll with Cincinnati on the road. Next matchup, we got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Miami Marlins. Miami opening up as home favorites at -130. St. Louis plus 120 with the over-under at 8. Cardinals coming into this matchup 35-48. The Marlins 48-37. Pitching for the Cardinals is Miles Mikolas with an ERA of 4.44. Pitching for the Marlins is Braxton Garrett with an ERA of 3.53. Mikolas, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Garrett, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. St. Louis coming off a Yankees win yesterday. Miami coming off 3 straight Braves losses. St. Louis 10-2 against Miami, 4-1 on the road. They played well against the Marlins here. Garrett's definitely been the better of the 2 pitchers as of late here. I still think Cardinals are a decent underdog today, and I think I'm going to take St. Louis plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Baltimore Orioles versus the New York Yankees. Baltimore opening up as road favorites at minus 110. The Yankees plus 100 with the over-under at 8.5. Baltimore coming into this matchup 49-33. The Yankees 46-38. Pitching for Baltimore is Tyler Wells with an ERA of 3.21. Pitching for the Yankees is Domingo Yerman with an ERA of 4.54. Wells, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Yerman, his last start, he pitched 9 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 9 strikeouts. He's coming off that no hit, no run game, which was amazing. Baltimore coming off a Minnesota win. Yankees coming off a St. Louis loss here. Yeah, I like Yerman coming off an amazing game. Had 2 horrible games prior here. Really hoping he can build off his no-hit game. And I'm going to take the Yankees plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the Cleveland Guardians. Braves opening up as road favorites at minus 145. Cleveland plus 125 with the over-under at 9. Braves coming into this matchup 56-27. The Guardians 41-42. Pitching for the Braves is Bryce Elder with an ERA of 2.44. Pitching for the Guardians is Gavin Williams with an ERA of 2.84. Elder, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Williams, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Braves, they're on an 8-game winning streak right now. They're playing great, coming off a Miami 3-game sweep. Cleveland on a 2-game winning streak here, but the Braves 6-1 on the road, 4-2 on the road against Cleveland here. Yeah, I think I'm going to roll with Atlanta on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Kansas City Royals versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins opening up as home favorites at minus 230. The Royals plus 190 with the over-under at 9. Royals coming into this matchup 25-59. The Twins 42-43. Pitching for the Royals is Austin Cox with an ERA of 2.25. Pitching for the Twins is Joe Ryan with an ERA of 3.44. Cox, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Ryan, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The Royals coming off back-to-back LA wins. Minnesota coming off a Baltimore loss. The Royals just 1-10 on the road against Minnesota. 1-6 straight up against Minnesota here. Yeah, they have not been able to beat the Twins. And yeah, I think I'm going to roll with Minnesota at home. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Angels versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at minus 175. LA plus 150 with the over-under at 8. Angels coming into this matchup 45-41. Padres 38-46. Pitching for the Angels is Jamie Barria with an ERA of 2.92. Pitching for the Padres is Blake Snell with an ERA of 3.21. Barria, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 0 strikeouts. Snell, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 10 strikeouts. The Angels coming off an Arizona win. Padres coming off a Reds loss. Padres, they're really struggling here. They are 1-7 in their last 8 right now. They are not playing well. Angels 6-1 on the road against the Padres here. Pretty even pitching matchup, and yeah, I'm gonna take the Angels plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at minus 130. Seattle plus 115 with the over-under at 7.5. Seattle coming into this matchup 40-42. The Giants 46-38. Pitching for Seattle is Brian Wu with an ERA of 4.37. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 3.67. Wu, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Webb, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Seattle coming off back-to-back Tampa Bay wins. Giants coming off back-to-back Mets losses. They're 1-4 in their last 5. Pretty even pitching matchup. Wu's coming off some couple good starts on the mound. Webb's coming off a couple rough starts on the mound here for the Giants here. I think Mariners are a good underdog today, and I'm gonna take Seattle plus 1.5 on the road. Then the last matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. And I'm trying to find lines for this game currently. I'm having trouble finding any lines for this one. Yeah, don't see any lines here, but I do have pitching info. Pitching for the Pirates is Mitch Keller with an ERA of 3.34. Pitching for the Dodgers is Clayton Kershaw with an ERA of 2.55. Keller, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Kershaw, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 2 strikeouts, coming off back-to-back 0-run games. Pirates on a 2-game losing streak, same as the Dodgers here, but Pitt 3-12 on the road against the Dodgers. Yeah, love Kershaw on the mound, coming off 2 great starts here. I'm sure Dodgers are going to be favorites at home, and yeah, I think I'm going to roll with LA in this one. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Monday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Tuesday. Have a good one.